Rodrigo Bentancur could benefit from the managerial change at Tottenham, with the Uruguayan tipped to be a key figure in De Zerbi's system. Former Tottenham midfielder Sandro has thrown his full support behind new head coach Roberto De Zerbi, declaring he always believed the Italian was destined for the North London club. The Opta Supercomputer is back and has been recalibrated after the appointment of De Zerbi, with a result of which offers encouragement for Spurs fans. And Romero has openly conceded he is not having the best time at Tottenham Hotspur. I don't think any of us are at the moment, are we? Here are your daily Tottenham news headlines. Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name's Craig and here are your daily Tottenham news headlines, where I'll be going through all the latest news, rumours and reports. If you're watching on YouTube and are not already as yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Like, share and comment below. And if you're listening on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. And please make sure you turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever we go live or upload a video to the channel. Okay, let's get into it. Alistair Gold has claimed that Roberto De Zerbi could be set to revitalise the Tottenham career of Rodrigo Bentancur following the midfielder's long-awaited return from injury. Speaking on his YouTube channel, Gold suggested the Italian coach could be keen to unleash Bentancur as a key figure in his system, despite the player having endured a difficult spell on the sidelines again. De Zerbi's tactical style would suit Bentancur's technical qualities. Known for his composure in possession and ability to dictate tempo, Bentancur is seen as a natural fit for De Zerbi's progressive, ball-dominant approach. There is a belief that under such management, the midfielder could rediscover the form that once made him a central figure in Tottenham's midfield. However, the video also alludes to the divisive perception surrounding Bentancur among supporters. Since returning from his ACL injury, he has struggled to consistently reach previous performance levels, leading to mixed opinions about his long-term role at the club. Despite this, De Zerbi is reportedly unconcerned by external criticism and instead views Bentancur as a player with untapped value in the current squad. Bentancur could be a potential beneficiary of the managerial change at Spurs. The midfielder's technical profile and experience could see him restored to prominence, offering Spurs a timely boost as they look to rebuild and reassert their identity under De Zerbi. Former Tottenham midfielder Sandro has thrown his full support behind new head coach Roberto De Zerbi, declaring he always believed the Italian was destined for the North London club and hinting he could yet join him in the dugout. The Brazilian, a popular figure among Spurs supporters, revealed his first formed conviction during his time playing under De Zerbi at Benevento in 2018. Even then, he was struck by the coach's philosophy, passion and tactical clarity, qualities he believes make him the perfect fit for Spurs. Now, with De Zerbi officially in charge, Sandro described the appointment as a huge moment for the club, insisting fans will quickly fall in love with the manager's style and vision. Sandro's comments come amid speculation that he could be reunited with his former mentor in a coaching capacity, with reports suggesting he has been tipped to join De Zerbi's backroom staff. While no deal has been confirmed, the 37-year-old admitted his admiration for the Italian played a major role in inspiring his own move into coaching, underlining the deep influence De Zerbi has had on his career path. Offering a rare insight into De Zerbi's method, Sandro highlighted the meticulous level of preparation that defines his coaching. He explained that the Italian sessions are intensely detailed and every minute carefully structured to ensure players are fully equipped for each match scenario. According to the former midfielder, this level of planning made games feel easier as players already understood exactly what to expect, a hallmark he believes will translate well at Spurs. The endorsement adds to a growing chorus of support from former players who have worked with Zerbi, many of whom credit him with combining tactical intelligence with an ability to build trust and confidence within his squads. Despite ongoing scrutiny surrounding his appointment, such testimonials point to a manager whose influence behind the scenes could prove pivotal as Spurs attempt to navigate a turbulent period. Tottenham Hotspur's hopes of avoiding relegation have been given a tentative boost by statistical modelling following the appointment of Roberto De Zerbi, according to analysis. In a season that has lurched from crisis to crisis, the Optus Supercomputer is back and has recalibrated its projections in the wake of the managerial change, offering a cautiously optimistic outlook for the North London club. Despite their perilous position near the bottom of the Premier League table, the data suggests that Spurs are still more likely than not to survive the drop, even if the margin for error remains slim. The model forecasts that Spurs will finish 16th, narrowly retaining their top flight status with a projected points tally just above the relegation threshold. Crucially, that would see them end the campaign a few points clear of the bottom three, underlining how fine the margins are in the battle for survival. This emphasises that Spurs' position remains extremely fragile. Prior to De Zerbi's arrival, the club had been sliding towards the drop zone amid a dismal run of form, and even now survival is far from guaranteed. The supercomputer's prediction reflects both the difficulty of Spurs' situation and the possibility of a late turnaround, particularly if a new manager bounce materialises in the final weeks of the season. There is also an acknowledgement that the underlying numbers offer only limited reassurance. Tottenham's projected points total is only just above the commonly accepted safety mark, meaning that even minor fluctuations in results could dramatically alter the outcome. The model effectively portrays a relegation fight that is likely to go down to the wire. Ultimately, the report frames De Zerbi's appointment as a high-stakes gamble. While the data indicates that Spurs can still preserve their Premier League status, it also underlines the urgency of immediate improvement. With little room for further setbacks, of course, the Italians' impact in the closing fixtures is expected to determine whether Spurs complete a narrow escape or suffer one of the most dramatic relegations in their modern history. And Christian Romero has openly conceded he's not having the best time at Tottenham Hotspur as uncertainty grows over his future and fresh links emerge with a potential move to La Liga. The Argentine defender delivered a candid assessment of both his personal form and the club's wider struggles during what has become a deeply troubled campaign in North London. Speaking after international duty, Romero admitted he is enduring a difficult period, acknowledging that he must get himself together and refocus on helping Spurs escape their current predicament. Tottenham's season has unravelled dramatically, with poor results, of course, managerial upheaval and disciplinary issues compounding their problems. Romero himself has been at the centre of that turbulence, serving suspensions and facing criticism for lapses in discipline and leadership. The defender has also struggled to maintain consistency, with injuries and red cards disrupting both his rhythm and team stability. Despite the mounting pressure, Romero insisted his immediate priority remains the club's survival fight rather than speculation about a summer move. Spurs are locked in a tense relegation battle, and the 27-year-old emphasised the need for unity and full commitment during the final stretch of the campaign. However, uncertainty over his long-term future continues to linger. Reports in Spain have linked Romero with interest from top La Liga sides, and his aggressive style and ball-playing ability attracting admirers abroad. While there is no confirmed release clause, the possibility of a summer exit, particularly if Spurs' situation worsens, remains a talking point. Romero has previously struck a cautious tone when addressing transfer rumours, refusing to be drawn on speculation and reiterating his respect for the club. He has indicated that any decision regarding his future will be made after the season concludes, once Tottenham's fate is decided. For now, both player and club remain focused on survival, yet Romero's frank admission underlines the scale of the crisis at Spurs and raises further questions about whether one of their key defenders will still be part of the rebuild when the season ends. Okay, here's my thoughts on all those stories today. This won't be a very long my thoughts section, to be honest with you, because a lot of this stuff has been said already. But firstly, there's some new stuff really about Bentancur and what Alistair Gold said about Bentancur. I actually tend to agree. I mean, I agree a lot with what Alistair Gold says, very levelled and balanced reporter. Bentancur, I can just see him sitting in De Zerbi's system and fitting in well. I just hope that if Bentancur comes in, it doesn't stunt the growth of players like Archie Gray and Bergvall. Perhaps Bergvall's a bit more of an 8, perhaps. Perhaps he sees Bentancur, De Zerbi that is, of being a sort of number 6 protector in front of that back 4. Perhaps could you see Gray and Bentancur in there together, with Bentancur teaching Gray the rope, so to speak. Not that Gray needs it, but he's been our best player this season so far, let's be honest. But he does split opinion, Bentancur. When he first came to the club, that first season or half a season, and then certainly half of the next one, he was superb in some games. And if he wasn't playing, we thought we was banging trouble, sort of thing. Really liked him, and then since the ACL injury, and it does change players, that injury. It's a shocking injury, as we've discussed before. So, he's not quite got back to those levels, has he? But get down in the comments, let me know. What's your thoughts on Bentancur? Do you think can you see him playing more under De Zerbi? I certainly can. Sandro talking about Roberto De Zerbi there. It would be fun to see Sandro on De Zerbi's staff if that ever happened. Sandro, lovely guy, met him a couple of times. I'm sure a lot of you have met Sandro walking around the club. Always got time for the fans. Proper Spurs man, Sandro is. Absolutely loves the club. And, he obviously spoke glowingly about De Zerbi. So when somebody like Sandro speaks about De Zerbi and your manager like that, that's really good to hear. That really is good to hear. But so let's see what happens on Sandro. The Optus Supercomputer, I don't really follow this or take much credence of it, to be honest with you. I know some people do. I've seen videos on people predicting stuff and running these algorithms, see what happens when, and what happens if one team finish here or beats this other team. What does it need for Spurs to go? You could look at it to the nth degree. Ultimately, what happens on the football pitch. Are the supercomputers wrong? I don't really take much notice of them, to be honest with you. Perhaps somebody out there would know a bit more than me. How often are they wrong? It's predicted almost all the time that Spurs are going to be finishing in the top 17 places and not be relegated. But obviously Spurs haven't been where West Ham are, and we could well be there. After next Friday's game, West Ham obviously play Wolves. So would that change things? Of course it would, because it's a computer program, so I don't pay much credence to it, but I sort of throw it in just in case. It gives you a crumb of comfort at the moment, doesn't it? Hearing a computer say that we're likely to stay up, or less likely to go down, I suppose. But get down in the comments again, let me know. I think it's I wouldn't say worth the paper it's written on. It's not written on paper, but you know what I mean. I don't really pay much notice to it. And the final story about Romero saying he's not having a very good time at Spurs. I don't think any of us are at the moment, and I don't think many of us have this season at all. We need our captain, basically. We need our captain to perform. We need our captain to drive these players forward. We need the good version of Romero, the one that stays on the pitch, preferably during games, the one that doesn't get sent off. Let's hope the likes of... This is when you need your captain. This is when you need your captain and your vice captains and the leadership team, if there still is one at the club, to galvanise this squad. You've got De Zerbi, and he will certainly do that. From what I know of him, very passionate, and he will try and bring that togetherness, that sort of family attitude. And I would imagine, and I would hope that would happen quite quickly. So, look, Romero, we need you. We need you for the next 7 games. Whatever happens in the summer happens. I could probably see you leaving, but at the moment, we need you. Paramount importance, of course, is staying in the Premier League. Get down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on all those stories today, and anything else you want to discuss as a Tottenham Hotspur fan right now. And yeah, have a good Easter. I'll see you again soon. And as always, come on, you Spurs.